You can order the front wheel hub assembly used in the video on the CarParts.com website through the link in the description. Turn your engine off and set the parking brake. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. Lift the front of your vehicle. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Ford F-150 safely before carrying out this step. In order to change the front wheel hub assembly on your vehicle, it is necessary to remove the wheels to gain full access. Don't forget to put the wheels under the vehicle. Start by unclipping the ABS sensor cable connection from the mudguard. Unclip the two cable attachment points using a fork. Finally, using an 8mm spanner, unscrew the screw that holds it to the wheel knuckle. Then, disconnect it from the brake hose. Then, put the cable down. Using a flathead screwdriver, remove the nut cover from the hub. Then, locking the hub rotation with a crowbar, unscrew the hub nut using a ratchet and a 15mm socket. To ensure that the part is properly installed during reassembly, measure the distance between the end of the driveshaft thread and the bearing with a caliper. It is now necessary to remove the caliper assembly. Start by attaching an iron thread to the vehicle body to hold it together when it is removed. Then, using a ratchet and a 21mm socket, unscrew the two screws from the caliper mount. Then, attach it to the previously installed iron thread. For more information, we recommend watching our video, How to Replace the Front Discs and Pads Ford F-150. Then, remove the disc. You can use a mallet to avoid damaging the disc. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoyed this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work. Using a ratchet and an 18mm socket, unscrew the 4 screws holding the hub assembly. Shift the ABS sensor cable to the other side of the brake system anchor plate. You can now remove the hub assembly from its location with a hammer. Clean the drive shaft and the inside of the hub with a paper towel. Then protect the hole. Using a fine chisel, remove the corrosion layer from the hub. Then, brush it with a wire brush. You can finish the cleaning with sanding paper, without forgetting to clean the brake cleaner. Remove the paper towel. Disconnect the vacuum hoses. If you want to know which tools and parts we use in this video, just check the description and you'll find everything you need. And use the tool you can find in the video description. This is a manual vacuum pump, highly recommended for the installation of the new hub. Connect the pump to a large diameter nipple, then vacuum with the pump. This causes the hub lock actuator gear to be drawn in. In these images, you can see how the hub lock actuator operates. When your vehicle is in the rear-wheel drive mode, the vehicle's vacuum pump operates and the hub lock actuator gear is drawn in, effectively disengaging the hub-bearing transmission. When the vehicle is in the four-wheel drive mode, the vacuum is switched off, the hub lock actuator switches on, and the transmission connects to the wheel hub. To install the new part, it is important to get the gear in using the pump so that it can be easily and completely inserted into the hub. When fully in, apply grease to the hub lock actuator. You can order the wheel hub assembly used in the video on the CarParts.com website through the link in the description. Take the wheel hub assembly. Grease the part of the wheel hub assembly that will be in contact with the locking actuator. Then, install the wheel hub assembly properly, the ABS sensor upwards. You can purchase the parts we used here by visiting our website at CarParts.com. Cut the cable clamp. Then pull the cable behind the brake system anchor plate. For optimal installation of the part, it is necessary to screw in the part crosswise, screwing in the screws one by one until they make contact, using the ratchet. We advise you to install new screws, as they are single-use elongation screws. Finalize the tightening crosswise and with a torque wrench. Verify the correct operation of the assembly using the vacuum pump. You can now reconnect the vacuum hoses. You can verify the previously measured distance. However, if you have done the operation with the vacuum pump, there should be no installation problems. Replace the hub nut. Then, while blocking the rotation of the hub with a crowbar, screw it back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Put the cover back on the nut. You can now clean the hub with brake cleaner. Screw the ABS sensor cable retaining screw back onto the wheel knuckle. Reclip the cable onto the brake hose. Reinstall the brake disc. You can now reinstall the caliper assembly. And screw it back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Don't forget to remove the cable that you used to hold the caliper assembly together. Replace the ABS sensor cable and clip it back into its slots. Then, reconnect it. Reclip it to the mudguard. Then, you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Operation completed.